Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome back to Mayville State University, Scott Berry Field, the championship game now in the Region 2B baseball tournament with the Thompson Tommies and the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. I'm Joe Lancello with Jacob Tenzin. Thanks for joining us here on yourliveevent.com. And let's go right to the starting lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower-owned, crystalsugar.com. Leading off for Thompson will be the left fielder, Mac Michelson. Hitting second, the pitcher, Eli Gimmel. Batting third, the catcher, Dex Avdom. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Caden Loyland. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Jeremy Tice. Hitting sixth at third base, Gavin Oster. Batting second, the second baseman, Joe Taylor. Hitting eighth is the designated hitter, Jacob Olson, and he's batting for first baseman Eli Schumacher. And batting ninth for Thompson, the shortstop, Grady Hurst. Pitching for the Thompson Tommies will be right-hander Eli Gimmel. Now for the Thompson Tommies, leading off the catcher, Tyson Leshek. Batting second, the shortstop, Chase Halfley. Hitting third and pitching, Bryce Miller. Batting cleanup for Hillsboro Central Valley, the center fielder, Alexander Duffner. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Brody Breitenbach, and he's batting for the left fielder, Griffin Mitzel. Batting sixth for Hillsboro Central Valley, second baseman, Austin Cotton. Hitting seventh in right field, Braden Chenault. Hitting eighth, the third baseman, Matthew Hershey. And batting ninth is first baseman, Brody Dickoff. Bryce Miller, a right-hander, will be pitching for Hillsboro Central Valley. And this is a double elimination tournament, so Hillsboro Central Valley would need to beat Thompson again to end the tournament and win the championship. Earlier today in our first game, it was Hillsboro Central Valley beating Thompson 5-0. Chase Halfley pitching a one-hit shutout. So, Jacob Tenzin, just so people know, this is not deja vu all over again.
This isn't a repeat of the same game. This is a completely different game. This is the championship game. So like you said, Hillsboro wins, then we're done here. But if Thompson wins, we'll be back again tomorrow at 4 o'clock. These two teams will match up for the third time in just 2 days.
And you wonder how much rest there is going to be between then, and also this is Thompson's third game of the day, remember, as they just finished defeating Mayport CG by a score of 5-2.
5-2. Same exact score they had when they matched up the first time yesterday. So there was some deja vu there.
Yes. And we've got right-hander Bryce Miller taking his warm-up pitches. Miller with a record of 3-1 on the season. This is his fifth game on the mound, his fourth start. In 21 innings, he's allowed 15 hits, 7 runs, 4 of them earned. He's walked 7 and struck out 17 with a pretty good earned run average, 1.33. Thompson, the 4-time defending region champions and 4-time defending state champions in Class B. Mac Michelson will lead it off for Thompson on the first pitch of today's game, brought to you by the Norman County Raceway. Check the World of Outlaws late models on Tuesday, June 30th in Ada. Tickets now available at NormanCountyRaceway.com. Here's a fly ball to right, and that'll drop in for a base hit.
It's a good way to start the ball game.
Leadoff single for Michelson.
Single brings up the pitcher, Eli Gemmel.
Brings up the pitcher, Eli Gemmel. Eli's played shortstop, third base, and catcher for the Tommies in this tournament. Fastball, high ball, 1. Tyson Leshek behind the plate for Hillsboro Central Valley. That's sliced out of here, foul to the right. Count even 1-1. 69 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Here's a swing and a grounder to third. Throw to second for 1 relay, not quite in time. So they get the lead runner 5-4 on the fielder's choice, and Gemmel will be the runner at first with 1 out. Wind is out of the south-southeast, 16 miles an hour, gusting to 20.
Every time we check, it just gets a little bit lower.
And the feels-like temperature is 63 degrees. And Dex Avdom swings to the first pitch, grounds it to short. The shortstop took him a second to realize that he needed to touch second for a force out. And a good reflex by Chase Hafley there to touch the bag for the second out. 6 unassisted as Gemmel is retired at second base for the second out, and R.J. Anderson will come in to be the courtesy runner for Dex Avdom.
And I think Hafley just kind of had to apply the brakes and kind of slipped a little bit there, but was able to touch second base.
Because your first priority is get a hold of the ball. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, oh, wait, I can do that. Oh, throw to first. Got away, but no chance for Anderson to advance.
Dickoff catches that cleanly. I think it would have been an out, but I think it might have hit off the back there of the courtesy runner in Anderson.
Top of the first, 2 out, runner at first, no score. Another throw to first, safe.
He was watching Bricker Johnson get all those pickoff moves, and he was trying to test it out himself.
Well, you wonder how much practice he got. Takes a while to do that properly. 2-0 to Caden Loyland, the right fielder. Outside 3-0. Loyland has been one of the big hitters of this Region 2 tournament. Strike 3-1, and if this does wind up to be the final game of the tournament, there will be an award ceremony afterwards to announce the all-region team, plus Coach of the Year and Senior Athlete of the Year. Pitches fouled, 3-2. And just remember, that would be an all for the season body of work. It's not an all-tournament team. That's it in the air to right center field, but in the right place to get it is Alexander Dufton to make the catch and retire the side. Thompson on the first, no runs, 1 hit, a leadoff single, no errors, 1 runner left. After a half inning on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Thompson nothing, Hillsboro Central Valley come to bat on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, Swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Thompson not able to score in the top of the first inning. And right-hander Eli Gemmel on the mound for the Thompson Tommies. And he'll face Tyson Leshuk, Chase Hafley, and Bryce Miller in the bottom of the first inning of this Region 2B championship game. Thompson with one loss in this tournament, and that was earlier today, with Hillsboro Central Valley winning 5-0 on a Chase Hafley one-hit shutout. First pitch to Tyson Leshuk is strike one. Fastball low, 1-1. Dex Afton behind the plate. His third game of the day. Fast one missing inside. 2-1.
A slight break behind the plate. Pitched 2/3 of an innings to close out the last game.
High, 3-1. You might be tempted to say, let the guy DH, but on the other hand, the guy that would be the number 2 catcher is the guy on the mound, Gemmel. Grounded foul. Nice play by Benjamin Strand, the Hillsboro Central Valley coach.
The dugout gave him a little extra cheers as well, too.
Well, he earned them. Payoff pitch, low ball 4. So Leshuk starts off with a walk. Chase Hafley, the pitcher, the shortstop. He pitched the last game. Was 0 for 2 with 2 walks, a run scored, and a run batted in. Fastball way outside for ball 1.
And Hafley did a great job on the mound, just allowing 1 hit.
Two 2-0. Hafley used to the stadium as a member of the Thompson teams of the last few years, and he'll be playing here regularly next year as a member of the Mayville State Comet baseball team. Throw to first. And Leshuk back safely. Gemmel out of the stretch, the 2-0. Missed the outside corner, 3-0. Pitcher Bryce Miller on deck for the Burros. Outfield straight away. And that's a called strike, 3-1. Three-1 pitch is fouled out, and the count goes full 3-2.
Job by Gemmel to get back into this one after throwing 3 straight balls.
Short lead at first for Leshuk, a throw there, and he's back safely. Three-two pitch, and swing foul, and it's still 3-2.
Just a half swing there, just in protection mode, does the job.
Gemmel will look over at first. Runner goes. Swung on, popped up. The catcher can't find it, and it's in the crowd anyway. We'll do it again at 3-2.
Wouldn't be surprised to see if Lushik goes again here.
Whoop, ball 4. Will he'll go to second after Halfley walks.
I'll take the walk instead of the sprint down to second.
Back-to-back walks to start the game offensively for Hillsboro Central Valley brings up the pitcher Bryce Miller. The junior bats right-handed. Pitches inside, ball 1. Now time called is Eli Gemmel tucking his shirt in. Leshik at second, Halfley at first. Nobody out for Hillsboro Central Valley. Bottom of the first, no score. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
High cheese got him.
Miller's swing suggests he was going for a 3-run homer. Low and inside.
Moved the hands, but was able to hold it back.
Gemmel from the stretch. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Center fielder Alexander Duffner to hit next for Hillsboro Central Valley. Region 2B championship game. The pitch, blocked. Avdom, we should almost have a loop of it. Nice block by Avdom.
Yeah, he just does it so well. He's a great catcher behind the plate, but he's been really battling back there with a couple of dings and hits on his wrists, his thighs, everything has been battle-tested for him.
3-2 again to Miller. That's grounded foul. Leshik on second, Halfley on first after back-to-back walks to start the bottom of the first inning for Hillsboro Central Valley. Gemmel's 3-2 pitch. Low ball 4 and the bases are loaded.
Not the start you want for Gemmel on the mound, and still has yet to get an out here.
And we're going to have a mound visit here from the Thompson coaching staff. And this trip to the mound brought to you by Chris Moan, Nodak Insurance Agent. Chris Moan, your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County. Now the center fielder Alexander Duffner stands in. Once or twice during the course of the season, I mentioned Alexander's grandparents in Iowa who watch us on yourliveevent.com. Well, after the game that just ended between Thompson and Mayport CG, somebody came up and said somebody wants to, went to the two of us and said somebody wants to shake your hand. And it turns out it was Alexander's grandfather. Made the trip here from Iowa.
Hey, he knows how important this game is. He wants to see it in person.
Oh, I don't blame him.
Oof.
Hit, batter, and a run scores.
Not too often you see a bat flip on a hit by pitch.
Lesher comes in to score to make it 1-0. Halfley to third and Miller to second. And Hillsboro Central Valley with a run in. Yet to have an at-bat in this inning. 3 walks and a hit batter. Now Brody Breitenbach, the designated hitter. He bats for left fielder Griffin Mitzel. Bases loaded, still no one out. Hit in the air to right, but foul, strike 1.
I think that was a one-hopper off a car out there in the parking lot.
Wasn't mine. It's
I got mine hiding behind a shed for that exact reason.
there you go. Called strike at the knees, 0-2. Second baseman Austin Cotton on deck for Hillsboro Central Valley. Bases full of Burrows. Gemmel winds the 0-2. Swing and foul. Foul tip was held by the catcher Avdom. So that's the first out of the inning, the first strikeout for Eli Gemmel.
Austin Cotton.
We'll see if that settles him down here a little bit. That first out, the most important one, is so we're going to get a pinch runner here. Or a courtesy runner, actually.
Number 4, Carson Gazette.
Carson Kazette will run for Bryce Miller at second. Kozojed. Now second baseman Austin Cotton. With one out, bases still loaded, takes a pitch low for ball one. Inside 2-0. We got to get the Richter scale going here, I think.
Absolutely, we do. High pressure situation right here.
Brought to you by Brad Richter, your agent with answers in Hillsboro, and associate Nick Preston in Mayville. Here's a strike, 2-1. Gemmel kind of wearing himself out here by throwing so many pitches. And with this being the third game of the day and the fourth of the tournament for Thompson, that could mean some possible pitching problems. That's into the air to center field. Caught by Tice. Here comes Halfley in from third to score and make it 2-0 in favor of Thompson. Kazette holds at second and Duffner at first. Now the right fielder, Braden Chenault.
Tommy's fought back from a 2-0 deficit in the first inning in their last game, so we'll see if they can do that here. But first they have to get out of this one with these two outs.
First pitch is a strike to Chenault. Braden was 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored earlier today against Thompson. Burrows won that 5-0. They're up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Foul, and the count now 0-2 to Chenault. Third baseman Matthew Hershey hoping to hit next for the Burrows. Kazette on second, Duffner at first with 2 down. Ooh, swing and a miss, strike 3. He went chasing. Second strikeout of the inning for Gemmel. That retires the Burrows in the first, but they score twice without a hit. There were 3 walks and a hit batter. No errors and 2 runners left. One complete on the Tim Kazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 2, Thompson nothing on yourliveevent.com.
The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Jeremy Tice, the center fielder, swings at the first pitch and misses here to lead off the second inning for Thompson. Right-hander Bryce Miller with a 2-0 lead. Whoops. Inside 101. Tice to be followed by third baseman Gavin Oster and second baseman Joe Taylor, the 5, 6, 7 hitters in the Thompson batting order. That's high, 2-1. High, 3-1. Miller allowed just one hit in the opening inning. 3-1, high ball 4. First walk allowed by Bryce Miller, and Tice, the leadoff man, gets aboard for the Tommies. Brings up third baseman Gavin Oster. Gavin, a senior, hits this one in the air to left field toward the line. And he wasn't able to get it. Now there's a play at third, but safe, and runners at second and third on the double by Gavin Oster. Griffin Mitchell going for the ball and was not able to come up with it.
It went a long way forward and made the diving effort. I thought he had it for a second, but just barely dropped, and luckily it didn't go too far away from him.
Oster gets a double, so runners at second and third for Thompson to start the top of the second inning. Tying run on scoring position for second baseman Joe Taylor. Burrows bring the infield in halfway, a swing and a foul, 1-1 to Taylor. Designated hitter Grady Olson on deck for Thompson. Again, Thompson playing their third game of the day. They started, and that hit him, and that'll load the bases. So Miller in an early jam here in the second inning. Nobody out, and the bases loaded for designated hitter Grady Olson.
It's kind of similar to what happened last game for the Tommies. They gave up those 2 runs in the bottom of the first, and they were able to answer with 2 runs of their own. They have the bases loaded here with 0 outs. We'll see what they can do.
And that caught the outside corner, strike 1 to Grady Olson. He's the DH, batting for first baseman Eli Schumacher. Inside 1-1. Tice at third, Oster at second, Taylor at first with nobody out. Strike called, 1-2. Off-speed pitch, that's lined into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score, and that'll be all. Bases still loaded, it's a 2-1 game. As Grady Olson with an RBI single to score Tice. Oster goes to third, and Taylor to second. It's a 2-1 game. Now the shortstop, Grady Hurst. And we better get the Richter scale out here.
Richter scale's been used a lot here early on.
Brought to you by Nodak Insurance Agent Brad Richter, your agent with answers, as well as Agent Nick Preston in Mayville. 1-1 to Hurst. In for a strike, 1-2. Bases loaded, nobody out for Thompson. They've got a run in here in the top of the second. They trail 2-1. Strike 3 called. First strikeout by Bryce Miller in the first out of the inning.
And Hurst didn't like that call. He just put his hands up immediately afterwards saying, what?
Now Mac Michelson, the left fielder who singled his first time up. That's into the air left side. And it's the shortstop Halfley who comes toward it near the foul line for the second out.
And unfortunately for the Tommies, they're not deep enough, so now it's going to have to be a base hit to get any more runs to come in.
Now Eli Gemmel, who reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Thompson with the bases loaded, 2 out, a run in here in the top of the second. They trail 2-1. Miller's first pitch is a called strike, 0-1.
And with a chance to help his own cause here and capture the lead.
Ground ball to the right side. Austin Cotton has it. And safe, and a run scores. We're tied at 2.
Should have just been a routine play there and just a couple of extra pump fakes. I don't know if first baseman was quite ready for it, and that's why the late throw.
And the bases are still loaded. Oster comes in to score the tying run. Taylor's at third. Olson is at second. And are you maybe mumbling, if you're a Thompson fan, that with 2 out, the guy on second should have been running like the wind?
Yeah, it's in the back of your mind.
Well, let's see what else happens here. Dex Avdom, the catcher, hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. That's grounded to second. Cotton will throw to second to eliminate Gemmel, and that will finish things off here for Thompson in the second inning, but they tie the game. 2 runs on 3 hits, plus a walk and a hit batter, no errors. And they leave 3. 4 stranded by Thompson over 2 innings of hitting. After an inning and a half on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Thompson 2, Hillsboro Central Valley 2 on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. Thompson and Hillsboro Central Valley tied at 2 in this Region 2B championship game. The Burros with their 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up. Third baseman Matthew Hershey, first baseman Brody Dickoff, and catcher Tyson Lushik. Eli Gemmel on the mound for Thompson did not allow a hit in the first inning. He did, however, walk 3 batters and hit 1, and that led to 2 run scoring. Gemmel did get 2 strikeouts in the inning. Now Matthew Hershey, the third baseman. That's low ball 1. Hershey was 0 for 2 with a walk. And a pinch runner scored for him in the 6th inning of the first game. Hillsboro Central Valley won the first game 5-0, and then it was Thompson beating Mayport CG in an elimination game 5-2 to reach this game.
1-1 the count here to Hershey.
1-1 to Hershey. Strike at the knees, 1-2.
1-2 now the count. Matthew Hershey. Kick off the on-deck hitter into the top of the order.
That's punched in the air to right center field. That could be trouble, and it's off the wall. Hershey into second and gets the stop sign there with a leadoff double. First hit of the day for the Burros.
It was a good one at that. Got plenty of solid contact and rolled all the way to right center field.
Leadoff double by Hershey brings a First baseman.
This will bring up the first baseman, Brody Dickoff. So the Burros, who led 2-0 after one inning, it's tied now in the bottom of the second, and the tie-breaking run potentially is at second with nobody out. Swing and a miss, strike one. Dickoff in the first game today against Thompson was 0 for 2 with a walk and a run batted in. Gemmel looks at second. And half swing, and it's enough. 0-2. Catcher Tyson Lushik to hit next for Hillsboro Central Valley. Hershey a short lead at second. Low and away, 1-2. It's interesting that Hershey is close to the lip of the infield as he takes his lead off second.
And typically you see the runners go more back instead of being tightly up on that, on the grass like you mentioned.
That's hit on one hop to Taylor. It'll advance the runner to third, and that's the first out of the inning. So Dickoff with a productive out puts the tie-breaking run at third with one down.
So now all it takes is something out in the outfield from Lushik, and likely it's a broken tie.
And Thompson, you wonder if it's a ground ball if you concede the run at this stage of the game.
I mean, the infield is back, so interesting move.
Well, the shortstop, Hurst, looks like he's up a little bit. First pitch is a called strike, 0-1 to Lushik, who walked and scored in the first inning. Dex Afton behind the plate, Eli Schumacher at first, Joe Taylor at second, Grady Hurst at short, Gavin Oster at third. That missed outside, 1-1. Thompson's outfield, Mac Michelson in left, Jeremy Tyson center, Caden Loyland in right.
Not sure what Ovdom and the home plate umpire were talking about, but went in front of Ovdom, and whatever it is, it's figured out, maybe.
Swung on, grounded to short. Bobbled, throw to first, safe at first, and a run scores. And the tie's broken, 3-2. And that will be called an infield single, and Lushik getting a run batted in to put Hillsboro Central Valley back in the lead, 3-2 with one out. In the bottom of the second, and a runner at first. Chase Hafley swings and fouls the first pitch for strike one. Hafley walked and scored in the first inning. 3-2 Burros in front, bottom of the second of this Region 2B championship game. Low and away, 1-1. Thompson, the four-time defending region and state Class B champions. Popped foul out of here to the left. 1-2 the count now to Hafley with pitcher Bryce Miller on deck for the Burros. And Hafley went chasing and missing. Second out of the inning, third strikeout for Eli Gemmel.
And he knew it was outside, but he knew it too late. He had already offered at it and went too far.
Now pitcher Bryce Miller, who walked his first time up. Lushik leading at first. First pitch, high ball one.
Call out from the bench and checking his pocket, and I'm not sure what something in store there.
I know sometimes on the wristband there might be some kind of code for signals, as that missed inside 2-0. Leshek a short lead at first. The 2-0. Missed outside 3-0. Center fielder Alexander Duffner to hit next for the Burros. Inside ball 4. Fourth walk allowed by Gemmel. So runners at first and second now with 2 out. For center fielder Alexander Duffner, who was hit by a pitch to drive in a run in the first inning. And Carson Gazette will run at first base for Miller again. Courtesy runner for the pitcher. Gemmel's pitch is a called strike, 0-1. Leshek at second, Miller at first with 2 out. Burros now up 3-2 in the bottom of the second. Low and away, 1-1. Avdom again, nice stop.
He's very active behind the plate.
The 1-1 fouled off, 1-2. Designated hitter Brody Breitenbach hoping to hit next for the Burros in the bottom of the second. Leshek at second, Kazet at first with 2 out. 1 run in this inning for the Burros. Inside, 3-2. Didn't get far enough away for Leshek to even consider going to third.
Yeah, great hustle there for Avdom to get after it.
Yeah, if you're lazy there, the base runners could take advantage.
That doesn't seem to be Dex's MO, is being a lazy catcher. He's
definitely
very active behind the plate.
Mm-hmm. And he is a freshman. Inside and tight, 3-2. So Leshek and Kazet will be running on this payoff pitch with 2 out. Gemmel from the stretch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 4th strikeout for Eli Gemmel. And Hillsboro Central Valley regained the lead with a run on 2 hits, plus a walk, no errors. 2 runners left. The Burros have stranded 4. 2 complete on the Tim Kazet Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Thompson 2 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Welcome to the 130th Annual Norman County Fair, June 24th through 27th, Ada, Minnesota. FFA Day. New this year, Jindo Bingo, the Big Air ATV show in the R&J Broadcasting Grandstand. Plus free music, basketball challenge, Check 6 Veterans Day, Youth Day, Senior Day, racing, the Mooncats, lumberjack shows, and so much more. For the full schedule, visit NormanCountyFair.com. Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 24th through 27th. It's where summer begins and the fun never ends.
After 2 innings from Mayville State University, Thompson 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Hillsboro Central Valley 3 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Joe Lancello and Jacob Tenson with you from Mayville State University. Region 2B championship game. Here comes Thompson at the top of the 3rd inning with Caden Loyland, the right fielder, to lead off. And that's it in the air to right field. A late jump on that one, and that'll go to the wall. Here is Loyland stopping at second with a leadoff double. 5th hit of the day for the Tommies. And they've got the tying run at second base in scoring position with nobody out.
Just absolutely ripped that one. I thought for a second maybe he was going to get out of here.
Now Jeremy Tice, the center fielder who walked and scored last inning. And that's lined into center field for a base hit. Loyland's around third, and he'll come in to tie the game at 3. Jeremy Tice with an RBI single.
Tice's game-tying RBI single brings up third baseman.
Thompson just answering whatever Hillsboro does.
6 hits now for the Tommies and 3 runs and nobody out here in the top of the 3rd with Tice at first and Gavin Oster the batter. Looks at one just outside for ball 1. Oster doubled to left and scored of the 2nd inning. That's hit in the air to short right field. That will be trouble. And a base hit. Here comes Tice into 3rd, and he'll get there standing up. 3 straight hits to start the 3rd inning for Thompson. And Oster now 2 for 2 today. The tie-breaking run is at 3rd with nobody out for second baseman Joe Taylor. He was hit by a pitcher's first time up.
These Tommy's bats, they just seem like every game today so far they've gotten better and better. They're already up to 7 hits. They had 10 in their game before. We saw plenty of baseball here in this one.
Taylor is senior, right-handed batter. Takes strike 1. Cotton at second base, up a step or 2, the same with the shortstop Halfley. Swing and a foul, possibly playable, and it is caught by the catcher, Leshuk, for the first out.
A long run from him from that catcher position, and thankfully there's a bunch of real estate here in foul territory.
And not like toward the end of the bench where we've got that barrier, we saw somebody do kind of a fall over the barrier there. Showing bunt. Pitches high ball 1. Grady Olson, the DH, single to drive in a run his first time up. Tice at 3rd, Oster at first with 1 out. 3-3 on the top of the 3rd. Showing bunt again, this time delivering the bunt. The run will score, the squeeze works. And that was interesting there between pitcher and catcher.
Not clear communication, but also just a perfect bunt there from Jacob Olson. Important thing, he brings in the run, but he's also on base. There's still just 1 out.
Tice scores, Olson 2 for 2 with 2 RBI. Oster goes to second. And here's Grady Hurst bunting. And he's safe at first, and the bases are loaded. 5th hit of the inning for Thompson, and the bases are now loaded with 1 out. 5th hit of the inning and 9th of the ball game for Thompson.
Tommy's look just like a completely different team from the first time they matched up with the Burrows.
And that was just a few hours ago. The first pitch to Mac Michelson is high ball 1. Michelson with a single and a pop to short. Missed outside 2-0. Oster at third, Olson at second, Hurst at first. One out for Thompson. Game, and they're now up. They're up 4-3, excuse me. Now 3-0 to Michelson, the leadoff hitter for the Tommies. Strike called, 3-1. Pitcher Eli Gemmel due to hit next. That's hit in the air to left field. Mitzel on the run has the catch. Here is Oster taking from third and scoring to make it 5-3. Michelson with a sacrifice fly as Oster scores the third run of the inning. Olson holds at second and Hurst at first. Now 2 down. A 3-run inning for the Tommies. Eli Gemmel hit into a fielder's choice, reached on an infield single to drive in a run last inning. That's high, 1-1. Gemmel, the 8th Thompson batter this inning. That's grounded to third. Hershey will run to the bag and get the fielder's choice himself to retire the side. But Thompson take the lead. Again, 3 runs on 5 hits. 2 of them were bunts, no errors, and 2 runners left. The Tommies have stranded 6. After 2.5 on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Thompson 5, Hillsboro Central Valley 3 on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Going back and forth here as Hillsboro Central Valley come to bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Burros scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st. Thompson 2 in the top of the 2nd to tie the game. Hillsboro Central Valley regained the lead in the bottom of the 2nd. And then Thompson in the top of the 3rd with 3 runs, and they lead it now 5-3. As the Burros come to bat in the bottom of the 3rd. Brody Breidenbach, the DH, will lead it off, followed by second baseman Austin Cotton and right fielder Braden Chenault. Eli Gemmel now working with the lead. And the first pitch outside, ball 1, Breidenbach struck out his first time up. He's the DH, hitting for left fielder Griffin Mitzel. And a foul evens the count at 1-1. Gemmel has allowed just 2 hits, but he's walked 4 and hit a batter, allowed 3 runs, all earned, and he struck out 4. Slow chopper toward the mound. Gemmel has it and throws for out number 1.
First time Gemmel's throwing with a lead and looks a little more confident too.
First time in the game that the Burros have not gotten the leadoff man on. Now second baseman Austin Cotton, who hit a sacrifice fly to center his first time up. Junior second baseman stands in. And there is a strike from Gemmel. (5-3) Thompson in front in this region championship game. It's a double elimination tournament, so if Thompson hang on to this lead, we would have a second championship game tomorrow afternoon at 4. And if that game is necessary, we'll have it on yourliveevent.com. Swinging a foul, 1-2 to Cotton.
Ball and 2 strikes to count to Austin Cotton. Brayden Chenault waits on the guy.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 2 up and 2 down. The 5th strikeout for Eli Gemmel. Now right fielder Brayden Chenault, who struck out his first time up. Chenault, the Burrows right fielder. Here's a strike of the knees, 0-1. Tommy's outfield straight away. The 0-1. Missed high, 1-1. Nobody on, 2 up, bottom of the 3rd. Swing and a pop to the right side. And Gemmel, the pitcher, will go get it in foul territory to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down for Hillsboro Central Valley in the bottom of the 3rd. Nothing across. After 3 on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Thompson 5, Hillsboro Central Valley 3 on yourliveevent.com.
The city of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
We go to the top of the 4th inning from Mayville State University. Thompson with a 5-3 lead over Hillsboro Central Valley. The Tommies with catcher Dex Avdom to lead it off. Swings at an off-speed pitch, grounds it through the hole on the left side, and that'll be a base hit. 10th hit of the day for the Tommies.
That's their total from previous game already.
Brings up right fielder Caden Moylan.
So, R.J. Anderson will come in to be the courtesy runner for Avdom. Catchers and pitchers are allowed the courtesy runner. And with Avdom catching his 3rd game of the day, he can use a little break.
He certainly could.
First pitch to Caden Loyland is outside for ball 1. Loyland has fly to center, doubled and scored in the 3rd inning. Low blocked, but goes behind the catcher Leshuk, and Anderson will go to second on the wild pitch. Thompson's had the leadoff man on base every inning today. Here's a grounder to the right side, foul. And it's 1-1 to Loyland. Center fielder Jeremy tries to hit next for the Tommies.
Pretty fortunate there for the Burros that it was foul. It was close, but scored the runner from second with ease.
Oh, yeah. Righty to lefty. Outside 2-1. Miller's pitch is outside, ball 4. Second walk by Bryce Miller. So Thompson threatening again here with runners at first and second and nobody out.
Tice.
Now Jeremy Tice, the center fielder, who has walked and scored, singled to drive in a run and scored. 1 for 1 officially. That's grounded foul, strike one.
It might have hit off the foot there of Tice as he's trying to walk it off, or it could be a combination of from last game when he was trying to beat out a grounder to first.
And he tumbled past the bag, that's right.
But appears to be just fine.
Runners lead off first and second. Pitch is high, 1-1. Third baseman Gavin Oster on deck for the Tommies. Anderson at second, Loyland at first with nobody out. Hit in the air, right side into foul territory. And the catcher Leshuk with a basket catch for the first out.
Made a couple good catches from his catcher position.
Now third baseman Gavin Oster, who has doubled and scored, singled and scored. Halfway to the cycle. And the tougher half yet to come, a triple and a home run.
Yeah, those are the two tougher legs.
Grounded off the pitcher to second, to short for one, the relay, yes! That's a 1-4-6-3 double play. And that retires Thompson into the fourth. No runs, one hit. There was a walk, no errors, one runner left. The Tommies have stranded 7. Halfway through this Region 2B championship game on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Thompson 5, Hillsboro Central Valley 3 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Matthew Hershey, the third baseman, swings to the first pitch, hits it into center field. An easy catch for Jeremy Tice for the first out. Hershey had doubled and scored in his first time up. Now first baseman Brody Dickoff for Hillsboro Central Valley. He grounded to second his first time up. Burroughs trailing 5-3. If they win here, they win the Region 2B championship. If they don't, we'll have another championship game tomorrow. That's fouled out of here, strike one.
One strike the count here to Dickoff.
That's high, 1-1. Not to discourage anybody, but there is a 95% chance of rain tomorrow here in Mayville. And the rain's set to start about 1 in the afternoon.
Maybe they'll try and move it around to get that game in earlier or potentially move it back a little bit later.
We'll see. We'll keep you posted on rjbroadcasting.com and on our social media. The 2-1 to Dickoff. Fouled 2-2. And I think the umpire got a piece of that. Playing with 3 umpires today.
Both Optum and the home plate umpires, I know they've been rotating a little bit, but both kind of been taking some shots here today.
Now the umpire having a couple of words with Dex Avdom. 2-2 to Dickoff. Strike 3 called right at the letters. Strikeout 6 for Eli Gemmel. 2 up and 2 down for the Burros in the top of the 4th. Brings up catcher Tyson Leshek, who has walked and scored, reached on an infield single and scored. And here's a fly ball to left. Michelson able to track it down and has it for the out to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down for Thompson for Hillsboro Central Valley in the 4th. Gembel's retired 7 in a row. 4 complete on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Thompson 5, Hillsboro Central Valley 3 on yourliveevent.com.
Life moves fast, but your mind doesn't always have to. Practicing mindfulness, even for a minute, can help you stay calm and focused. Try noticing your breathing, paying attention to your surroundings, or taking a moment to reset before a test or a practice. Set goals that matter to you, celebrate small wins, and don't forget to take a break from screens. Your brain needs downtime just as much as your body does. Mental health isn't one big choice. It's a bunch of small ones you can make every day, and you're capable of all of them. Go Tommies!
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
This in-game update brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank. Hillsboro Central Valley, 2 runs in the first. Thompson, 2 runs in the top of the second to tie it. Hillsboro Central Valley regained the lead in the bottom of the second, but in the third, Thompson getting 3 runs. And they lead it 5-3 as second baseman Joe Taylor hits a grounder to third. And a Dickoff not able. Did he scoop the ball up? No, he did not. So Taylor is on with the second error of the game against Hillsboro Central Valley. No, beg your pardon. That's the first error of the game.
Jacob Olson.
He called charge to Matthew Hershey. And now Grady Olson, the DH, will stand in. Singled twice, driven in 2 runs. The last of those was a squeeze bunt in the third inning. Right back to the pitcher, but he bobbled it. Throw to first is high, and everybody's safe.
I think it might have been an out if Dickoff had his foot on the bag, but just kind of got pulled off as it was a little bit high of a throw, but jump not necessary.
Back-to-back errors to start the top of the 5th inning. Thompson with runners at first and second and nobody out for shortstop Grady Hurst, who has struck out and reached on a bunt single his last time up. Tried to bunt again, and the ball gets away from the catcher. A throw to third, not in time. Wild pitch, the ball just getting away far enough from Tyson Leshek. Taylor, with some smart base running, is able to get to third. Still nobody out, and a 1-0 count to Hurst.
Yeah, made his decision right away, saw it got by him, and immediately sprinted to third.
And Benjamin Strand, the Burros coach, coming to the mound. This mound visit brought to you by Chris Moe, Nodak Insurance, your Asia with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County.
No, yeah, 4-0. They won twice. The Corals won twice by 4-0 yesterday.
It's probably more of a pep talk / timeout to try to break Thompson's momentum.
Had a little bit of a discussion here with the runners on the corners and no outs, deciding where to go with the ball if it is hit on the ground. You have the corner infielders in and the middle infielders in double play depth.
Hershey is in at third. Schumacher holding it. Excuse me. Here's a ball at the first foul. Dickoff at first holding with the runner. Thompson leading 5-3 in the top of the fifth and threatening with runners at first and third and nobody out. Throw to first. And Olsen back safely. Bryce Miller's pitch. They were thinking squeeze. Pitch is a strike 1-1 or 1-2. Again, you would think the bunt is out. Now a time called as Hurst steps out of the box. Left fielder Mac Michelson on deck for Thompson.
1-2 to Hurst.
Miller a look at first. The 1-2. Missing high. 2-2. Mac Michelson to hit next for Thompson. 2-2. That's golfed in the air to right field. Chenault with the catch. Here comes Taylor coming in to score, and he will to make it 6-3. Hurst with a sacrifice fly to score Taylor, and Olsen holds it first. 6-3 in favor of Thompson.
Does just enough to get that run to come in. Got it just deep enough, and Taylor with his speed doesn't have to go too far out in the outfield.
Mac Michelson.
That's an unearned run as Taylor had reached base on an error.
1 for 2. Sac fly, a single.
Now Mac Michelson, who is singled, popped to short and hit a sacrifice fly his last time up. First pitch is ball 1. Runner at first, 1 out, a run in for Thompson here in the top of the fifth. Next pitch is low, 2-0. Olsen a decent lead at first. Breaking ball in for a strike, 2-2. The pitcher Eli Gemmel due to hit next for Thompson. Swing and a miss. Okay, now the count is 2-2. The scoreboard lied to us, Jacob.
Sometimes it does that.
Outside 3-2. Payoff pitch. High ball 4. Third walk allowed by Bryce Miller. Olsen will go to second. Now the pitcher Eli Gemmel, who has hit into a couple of fielders' choices. He's also got an RBI single. 1 out, men on first and second. Gemmel bunting. Back to the mound. His only play will be to first. That's the second out. Sacrifice 1-3. Pitcher to first, so Olsen goes to third and Michelson to second. Brings up Dex Avdom, the catcher, who has hit into a couple of fielders' choices and singled. 1 for 3 officially for the freshman catcher. Fastball outside, ball 1. Miller from the stretch, the 1-0. Missed the corner, 2-0. Olson at third, Mickelson at second. A run in for Thompson here in the top of the fifth. They lead 6-3. Missed the outside corner again, 3-0. Right fielder Caden Loyland on deck for the Tommies. And that's ball 4. Fourth walk of the game by Miller, his second this inning. And it loads the bases. Olson at third, Michelson at second, and R.J. Anderson will come in to be the courtesy runner at first base. Now Caden Loyland, who has flied to center, doubled and scored and walked. 1 for 2 officially.
Oof.
And that hit him, and that brings in a run. Second hit batter today by Miller. Makes it 7-3 as Olson scores from third. Michelson goes to third and Anderson to second. Loyland at first with an RBI in the hit by pitch. Benjamin Strand coming to the mound. And this may be the end of the day for Miller. It is, as he hands the ball to Coach Strand. This pitching change brought to you by Chris Moe, Nodak Insurance, your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is when we return in 1 minute on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Chase Hafley is moving from shortstop to pitch for Hillsboro Central Valley here in the top of the fifth inning. He pitched a one-hit shutout against Thompson earlier today, winning that 5-0. He's only got about 11 pitchers left.
Yep, 11 pitches before he hits his pitch count, and while he's throwing his warm-up tosses, pitch went in the dirt and got a little bit of a hurt wrist there from the catcher behind the plate. Looks like he's just fine, though. Had to shake it off a little bit, so I think he's only thrown about two pitches. Throws another one in the dirt right after that, too.
There's going to be some musical chairs in the infield, as Miller would probably stay in the game. Austin Cotton has moved from second base to shortstop. Matthew Hershey from third to second, and Bryce Miller will go to third base.
So Hafley likely just looking to get this last out of the inning, and then we'll probably get a new pitcher to start the next.
As they say, the idea is to stop the bleeding. With the Burros down 7-3 here in the top of the fifth. Now Jeremy Tice, the center fielder, who has walked and scored, singled to drive in a run and score, and fouled out. And there's a foul ball, strike one. Both runs this inning unearned. And the bases are loaded. That's hit right to third. Miller will run to the bag for the fielder's choice, and that will end the inning. Thompson adds to their lead with 2 runs. On no hits, there were 2 errors. 2 walks and a hit batter. And Thompson leave the bases loaded. Tommies have stranded 10. After 4.5 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Thompson 7, Hillsboro Central Valley 3 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro.
If you can dream it up, we can make it a reality. Hello, this is Jonathan Olson with Greenworks Landscaping and Fencing. We can offer you a complete package when it comes to an external look to your property. Paver patios, outdoor kitchens, retaining walls, or fencing. We offer you all that and more. Our fences are built to last, so you have low maintenance beauty that not only improves the look, but also the value of your home. To show us your ideas or let us help you design your perfect outdoor sanctuary, check us out on the web at gworkslf.com.
Chase Hafley leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for Hillsboro Central Valley takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Hafley has walked and scored and struck out. There is a foul. Count evens 1-1. Eli Gemmel has allowed just 1 hit. Leshek in the 2nd inning hit a ground ball that we had called a hit, but was eventually ruled in error by the shortstop Hurst. 2-1 now to Hafley. He'll be followed by third baseman Bryce Miller and center fielder Alexander Duffner in the bottom of the 5th. Burrows trailing 7-3. Foul 2-2.
And the foul went off the umpire there, and now Ovnum's going to walk to the mound to give him some time.
Now the plate umpire is wearing a chest protector under his shirt, but that still hurts.
2-2 the count here. Chase Hafley. Hafley in this tournament is 1-6.
Eli Gemmel winds the 2-2. Swing and a miss. The ball getting away from the catcher. But a 2-3 put out there for the out. 7 strikeouts now for Eli Gemmel. 2-3 the scoring play. Avdom to Schumacher at first for the putout.
Gemmel did a great job of bouncing back, had a rough first inning, walked a bunch of batters. 2 runs came in, but really has settled down, and he's only given up that 1 hit like you mentioned. Just done a great job on the mound. And I say that, and he throws one way right.
Bryce Miller has walked twice, and he is the last Burrow base runner in this game, and that was in the 2nd inning, his 2nd walk. Gemmel has walked 4, struck out 7. He's hit a batter and allowed 3 runs. They're all earned. High 2-0. Hillsboro Central Valley needs base runners. To not only catch up here, a called strike 2-1, but potentially go ahead and they could win the region championship. Blown away 3-1.
It's an uphill battle for him with a 4-run deficit, and Gemmel's not allowing free passes anymore. Might here, though.
The 3-1. Low ball 4. So Miller with a hat trick of walks. Gemmel's now walked 5 in the game.
Center fielder, Alexander Duffner.
Alexander Duffner, the center fielder who was hit by a pitch to drive in a run in the 1st inning and struck out in the 2nd. One down, a runner at first. Burrows trailing 7-3. And that gets away from the catcher, and Miller will go to 2nd on a pass ball. It was low, but it was catchable. So Miller's at 2nd with 1 out. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled by Duffner into the screen, 1-1.
1-1 now to Duffner.
Brody Breidenbach, the DH, to hit next for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Bottom of the fifth. Burrow's trying to mount a rally. Looks down at second base. Now his pitch.
Pitch is a fastball outside, 2-1.
Just like wind gust blows some papers. Joe with an incredible catch.
Not quite the same thing as catching a foul ball in the press box, but
I get some sort of action up here, so that's our next best thing.
Miller at second with one out. The 2-1 to Duffner on the way. There's a called strike of the knees, 2-2. Gimmel with a look at second. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the second out. 8 strikeouts for Eli Gimmel. 2 down on the bottom of the fifth for the Burros. Brings up Brody Breidenbach, the DH. He has struck out and grounded out. Pitcher to first.
Gimmel sitting down over half of the outs here with strikeouts. It's an incredible performance on the mound.
Again, after a shaky beginning, too. Where he gave up 2 runs in the first inning without allowing a hit. He had walked 3 and hit a batter and then a sacrifice fly. 1-0 to Breidenbach. Chopped foul, 1-1. If Thompson hangs on for the lead, we will have a second championship game tomorrow, scheduled to start at 4 o'clock here at Mayville State. And we would have it for you on yourliveevent.com. Low, good block by Avdom. 2-1. Shortstop Austin Cotton is on deck. And a strike, 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gimmel, 3 strikeouts in the inning and 9 in the game. Thompson in the fifth, no runs, no hits. There was a walk, no errors, 1 runner left. The Burros have stranded 5. After 5 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Thompson 7, Hillsboro Central Valley 3 on yourliveevent.com.
At Heritage House in Halstead, you'll find spacious, beautifully updated apartments designed for your comfort. The elegant common areas are perfect for gathering with friends, enjoying engaging activities, and making new memories. With a focus on active senior living, you can be assured that every day is an opportunity for fulfillment and joy. To find out more, call 218-456-2105 for Heritage House in Halstead or visit halsteadlivingcenter.com.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility wants you to enjoy the events in the communities of our area. Here's to living the sweet life. American Crystal Sugar, Drayton.
Third baseman Gavin Oster swings and misses at the first pitch here in the top of the 6th inning. Oster to be followed by second baseman Joe Taylor and designated hitter Grady Olson. Past the mound into center field for a base hit. So Oster is now 3 for 4. and 11 hits for the Tommies. Chase Hafley still on the mound. They're going to try to get as many pitches as they can out of him. The bullpen is quiet, so any pitching change would come from someone already on the field. Taylor bluffing bunt, throw to first, not in time. Taylor was hit by a pitch, fouled out, and reached down an error by the third baseman Hershey and came around to score last inning. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Hillsboro Central Valley 2 in the first, Thompson 2 in the second, Hillsboro Central Valley 1 in the second. Then Thompson 3 in the third and 2 in the fifth.
He's now hit his pitch count, so this will be the last batter he faces.
We'll have some musical chairs on the field. Strike 3 called.
It's 117. Third strikeout for Bryce Miller. The designated hitter. First strikeout. Jacob Olson.
I guess he hasn't hit his pitch count quite yet.
First strikeout for Hafley, 1 down, top of the 6th. Grady Olson has singled twice and reached down an error and scored. He's driven in 2 runs. The DH hitting for first baseman Eli Schumacher. And with 2 hits today and his work in the tournament, Olson's been designated to hit, and he has hit. And that did not hit him. That got away from the catcher, and Oster will go to second on the wild pitch.
On the ricochet, I thought it did hit Olson, but I guess it just barely missed him.
So Oster at second now with 1 out. A 2-1 count to Olson. Low and away, 3-1. Shortstop Grady Hersey hit next for Thompson. Got the outside corner, 3-2. And the payoff pitch from Hafley. Strike 3 called. The second out. Hafley now with back-to-back strikeouts. And this will be the end of the day for Hafley on the mound. This pitching change brought to you by Chris Moe Nodak Insurance, your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County. Griffin Mitzel has come in from left field, and apparently he will be the pitcher. And we'll confirm that and have more after this 1-minute break on YourLiveEvent.com.
Imagine your life in Hillsboro, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsboro, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsboro has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsboro, where small-town living means big opportunities. People often ask me, why are Hillsboro Central Valley athletes so successful? Have you seen our fitness center? The weightlifting doesn't stop with our athletics. At Hillsboro Public School, we strive to do difficult things all the time. We help struggling readers read. Our MTSS process makes sure all students are improving. Hillsboro students are challenged to do difficult tasks each day. Please come and check out our school. And if you need a place to exercise, check out our fitness center.
Right-hander Griffin Mitzel is the new pitcher for Hillsboro Central Valley. He comes into the game from left field. The DH Breidenbach hitting for him, so no real changes in the batting order. Chase Hafley will return to shortstop. Austin Cotton will return to second base from shortstop. Matthew Hershey goes into the outfield. And he'll be in left field.
Grady Hurst.
Oster, the runner at second with 2 out. Now Grady Hurst, who has struck out, reached on a bunt single and hit a sacrifice fly his last time up. Oster at second. Swinging to the first pitch, pops it into the infield to the right side, and caught by Cotton to retire the side. So Mitchell spells relief, 1 pitch, 1 out, and keeping Thompson off the scoreboard. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left. The Tommies have stranded 11. After 5.5 on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Thompson 7, Hillsboro Central Valley 3 on yourliveevent.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
Second baseman Austin Cotton leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for Hillsboro Central Valley. Looks at strike 1. Cotton has hit a sacrifice fly and struck out, officially 0 for 1. Eli Gemmel's pitch is a fastball. Outside 1-1. It almost seemed like Dick Sanford was saying, okay, you're going to throw it off target. I'll show you off target.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Or worse, I guess, in that situation.
Swing and a foul, a late jump by the catcher after him, but he can't get it. 1-2 now to Cotton. He'll be followed by right fielder Braden Chenault and left fielder Matthew Hershey here in the bottom of the 6th. Burrows down 7-3. And at this stage, it looks like we'll have a second region championship game. Oh, nice breaking pitch for strike 3. 10 strikeouts now for Eli Gemmel, and 3 consecutively.
I just left Cotton frozen there. It was a nice breaking ball that just barely caught the zone. There's 9 strikeouts?
10.
10 strikeouts. What an outing.
Now Braden Chenault, the right fielder, who has struck out and fouled out to the pitcher. Gemmel running over into foul territory on the first base side to make the catch. An excuse-me swing fielded by Taylor, and that's out number 2. Now Matthew Hershey, who started the game at third base, moved to second and is now in left field. He has doubled and scored and fly to center. Eli Gemmel has allowed just 1 hit, 3 runs. He's walked 5, struck out 10, and hit 1 batter. And Hershey's double in the second inning was the only hit that the Burros have had today. Outside 3-0. Gemmel's pitch. Way outside, ball 4. 6 walks allowed by Gemmel. And the Burros have a base runner with 2 out in the bottom of the 6th for first baseman Brody Dickoff, who is grounded to second and struck out. That's hit in the air to the right side, but foul, strike 1. Burrows had a 2-0 lead after the first inning and 3-2 after 2. But then Thompson came back with 3 in the third and 2 in the fifth for their 7-3 advantage. 1-1 to Dickoff. Hit fouls, now 1-2 to the Burrow first baseman. Catcher Tyson Lushik on deck for the Burrows. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 11 strikeouts for Eli Gemmel. And Hillsboro Central Valley down to the 6th. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, no errors, 1 runner left. The Burrows have stranded 6. After 6 on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Thompson 7, Hillsboro Central Valley 3 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The World of Outlaws late models are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com. Order yours today, and we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
After 6 innings in the Region 2B Baseball Championship game, Thompson 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Hillsboro Central Valley 3 runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors. Top of the order for Thompson coming up here on the 7th. Left fielder Mac Michelson, pitcher Eli Gemmel, and catcher Dex Avdom. Griffin Mitchell, the third pitcher for Hillsboro Central Valley, throws strike 1. The final line on Chase Hafley, 1 inning, 1 hit allowed, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 wild pitch. Swung on, popped up, but foul. Count goes to 1-2. Mickelson has singled, popped to short, hit a sacrifice fly, and walked. So 1 for 2 officially with an RBI. Strike 3 called. First strikeout for Griffin Mitchell, 1 up and 1 down for Thompson in the top of the 7th. Hillsboro Central Valley will have the top of their order coming up in the bottom of the 7th. Leshek, Hafley, and Miller. Fastball, high ball 1. Outside 1-1. Gemmel reaching twice on fielder's choices. He's got an RBI single and a sacrifice his last time up. Officially 1 for 3. 1-2 the count to Gemmel. That's popped up in the left side. And the shortstop, Chase Hafley, has it for the second out. 2 up and 2 down for Thompson on the top of the 7th. Avdom is hitting to 2 fielders' choices. He's got a single and a bases-loaded walk his last time up to bring in a run.
Yeah, Avdom's been a great hitter throughout this tournament here, and see if he can get another hit before this one comes to an end.
Next pitch outside, 2-0. Nobody on 2 out, top of the 7th. Strike call, 2-1. Thompson with a 7-3 lead. Fastball outside, 3-1. And Thompson 3 outs away from forcing a second and deciding championship game in the double elimination tournament. That's ball 4. First walk allowed by Mitchell. And presumably R.J. Anderson, yes, here he comes, to be the courtesy runner at first base.
Right fielder, Caden Moylan. Courtesy running at first base, R.J. Anderson.
R.J. Anderson's been busy.
Yeah, because Avdon's been on every time. 2 fielders' choices, a single, and now 2 walks. Here's Caden Moylan, the right fielder, looks at one outside ball 1. Loyland is fly to center, doubled and scored, walked, was hit by a pitch to force in a run his last time up. Popped up, short center field, and caught by the shortstop, Halfley, and that retires Thompson in the 7th. Thompson, no runs, no hits, no errors. There was a walk, 1 runner left. The Tommies have stranded 12. We go to the bottom of the 7th on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Thompson 7, Hillsboro Central Valley 3 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yield and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
The last chance for Hillsboro Central Valley here in the bottom of the 7th inning as they trail Thompson 7-3. Eli Gemmel will be facing the top of the Hillsboro Central Valley batting order. Leshek, Halfley, and Miller.
Yeah, so the Burros have the right batters up to do the right thing, although it's a lot of runs to get in 1 inning.
First pitch is low ball 1. Leshek has walked, reached on an error and driven in a run, and fly to left, officially 0 for 2. Outside 2-0. If you're Thompson, you want Gemmel to get out of this inning with as few pitches as possible. 3-0.
You want to have as many arms fully available as possible.
Because Thompson will be looking at their 4th game in 2 days. They're in their 3rd game of this day. Strike called 3-1. The Burros' only hit was a double by Matthew Hershey in the 2nd inning. That's hit well to left. Down the line. Here is Leshek going into 2nd, standing up with a leadoff double.
Just the start they need with 0 outs. They got a runner in scoring position. We need a couple of those, though.
Leadoff double by Leshek brings up the shortstop.
Both of the Burros' hits today have been doubles. Now Chase Halfley, who has walked and scored and struck out twice, officially 0 for 2. Gemmel from the stretch. That's grounded to 3rd. Oster has it. The throw. A close play, but out. And on the play, Leshek goes to 3rd.
A smart base running, at least it advances the runner, not in your traditional sense, but just able to showcase the wheels there to get over to third.
Now Bryce Miller, the third baseman, who has walked 3 times. And there's a ground ball knocked down, and that'll be a single and a run scores. Lesha comes in to score, and it's a 7-4 game. And now the tying run for the Burros is in the on-deck circle with Alexander Duffner up. First pitch outside ball 1. Duffner was hit by a pitch to drive in a run in the first inning and has struck out twice. 1 out, bottom of 7. Nice block by Avdom.
I'm not sure how he stopped that one.
Gemmel from the stretch. That's in the air to right. No, that's not going to get to right field. Taylor, the second baseman, has it for the second out. And Hillsboro Central Valley now down to their last out. Brody Breidenbach, the DH, who has struck out twice and grounded out. Pitches outside ball 1. Way outside. 2-0. Gemmel looking to close the door here. And finish off a busy day of baseball for Thompson. That's way off target. And Miller will go to second on the wild pitch. The first wild pitch Gemmel has thrown today.
Kind of surprising, just considering the start he had, how loose he was with his pitches.
4 walks in the first 2 innings. 3-0 to Breidenbach is a strike, 3-1. Second baseman Austin Cotton on deck for the Burros. 7-4 Thompson leading. Bottom of the 7th. 2 down. Swing and a miss.
Let's get that Richter scale going.
Yeah. Brought to you by Brad Richter, your agent with answers in Hillsboro and associate in Mayville, and I'm blanking on his name. Got my notes on the other side there. That's ball 4. Nick Preston in Mayville, thank you. 7 walks allowed by Gemmel. And now we got a pitching change brought to you by Chris Moan, Nodak Insurance agent. Chris Moan, your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County. And Gemmel will not be able to finish what he started on the mound, I don't think. We will have a new pitcher, and we'll be back in a minute on YourLiveEvent.com.
Life moves fast, but your mind doesn't always have to. Practicing mindfulness, even for a minute, can help you stay calm and focused. Try noticing your breathing, paying attention to your surroundings, or taking a moment to reset before a test or a practice. Set goals that matter to you, celebrate small wins, and don't forget to take a break from screens. Your brain needs downtime just as much as your body does. Mental health isn't one big choice. It's a bunch of small ones you can make every day, and you're capable of all of them. Go Tommies!
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Get ahead of your spring planting needs with flowers, shrubs, and trees. Watts Ace Hardware Greenhouse is open now. Watts Ace Hardware, a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware and check out their greenhouse, which is open right now.
R.J. Anderson, an 8th grader, has come on to pitch. He got the final out of Thompson's first game of the day. And now in a safe situation here. Eli Gemmel has moved to shortstop. And it's possible that Grady Hurst has moved into the outfield and playing right field. The outfielders are all on their knees together in center field, so I can't really tell who's going to go to right.
Now batting for the Burros, second baseman, Austin Cotton.
2 on, 2 out for the Burros.
Well, till we see differently, we'll assume that Hurst is now in right field. Here's Austin Cotton, who has struck out twice and hit a sacrifice fly. 7-4 Burros trail, but men at first and second with 2 out. Strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. Anderson pitched to just one batter and got that man on a liner to short. Anderson out of the stretch. Missed the outside corner there, 1-1. Miller at second, Breidenbach at first. Cotton, the hitter, representing the tying run. Low, nice block by Avdom. Hillsboro Central Valley 1 run here in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 7-4 game, and the count is 2-1 now to Cotton. Inside strike, 2-2. Burros down to their last strike here. Anderson looks in. The 2-2. Strike 3 called, and this one is over. And we will have a second championship game tomorrow for the Region 2B championship. Hillsboro Central Valley in the 7th, a run, 2 hits. No errors, 2 runners left. The Burros have stranded 8. The final score on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Thompson 7, Hillsboro Central Valley 4 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com. At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
If you can dream it up, we can make it a reality. Hello, this is Jonathan Olson with Greenworks Landscaping and Fencing. We can offer you a complete package when it comes to an external look to your property. Paver patios, outdoor kitchens, retaining walls, or fencing. We offer you all that and more. Our fences are built to last, so you have low maintenance beauty that not only improves the look, but also the value of your home. To show us your ideas or let us help you design your perfect outdoor sanctuary, check us out on the web at gworkslf.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Welcome back to Scott Berry Field at Mayville State University. Joe Lancello with you, along with Jacob Tenzin here. Thompson forcing a second championship game here in the Region 2B baseball tournament. Our post-game report brought to you by the Norman County Raceway. Check the World of Outlaws late models on Tuesday, June 30th in Ada. Tickets now available at normancounty.raceway.com. The totals: Thompson 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, and 12 left on base. Hillsboro Central Valley 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, and 8 runners left. The winning pitcher, Eli Gemmel, he went 6 2/3 innings, allowing 3 hits, 4 runs, walked 7, struck out 11, threw a wild pitch and hit 1 batter. R.J. Anderson getting the save as he struck out Austin Cotton to end the ball game. Bryce Miller takes the loss for Hillsboro Central Valley. In 4 2/3 innings, Miller gave up 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned, walked 4, hit 2, and struck out 1. Time of the game, 1 hour and 52 minutes. As Thompson winning to force a second championship game. The exact same script as last year. Can the Tommies do it again to win a 5th consecutive Region 2B championship? To run down the scoring, Hillsboro Central Valley started it with 2 in the first inning without a hit. There were 3 straight walks, a hit batter, and then a sacrifice fly to make it 2-0. Thompson tied it with 2 in their half of the second. Run-scoring hits by Grady Olson and Eli Gemmel. Hillsboro Central Valley regained the lead in the third when Matthew Hershey singled and came in on a ground ball error. 3-2 Hillsboro Central Valley after 2, but then Thompson with 3 in the third inning. Jeremy Tice with an RBI single. Grady Olson with a squeeze bunt single to bring in a run. And Mac Michelson a sac fly to bring in the third run of the inning. 5-3 Thompson after 3. The Tommies added 2 more runs in the 5th. The first 2 runners reaching on errors. Grady Hurst with a sac fly. And Caden Oyland was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to bring in the second run. 7-3 at that point. Hillsboro Central Valley got another run in the 7th. Tyson Leshuk led off with a double, went to third and a ground out, and scored on a single by Bryce Miller. And let's go to our post-game awards now. We'll start with our player of the game, brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. We'll go with pitcher Eli Gemmel, going 6 2/3 innings, allowing 3 hits, 4 runs, a little wild at least at the start with 7 walks, and he struck out 11. And at the plate, Eli was 1 for 4 with a run batted in. Our player of the game brought to you by Enbridge. Now our connection of the game brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company. To discover local reliability you can trust, Halstead Telephone. It's how to connect. HalsteadTel.com. And I'll go with Thompson's DH Grady Olson, who was 2 for 4 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in. Our connection of the game brought to you by HTC. And our precision play of the game brought to you by Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Agassi Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com, planterdoc.com. And again, I'll go to Grady Olson of Thompson. A beautiful squeeze bunt to bring in a run in Thompson's 3-run third inning that gave them a lead that they held on to for the rest of the day. And come to think of it, that counts as the game-winning RBI because that brought in the 4th run of the game for the Tommies. So that's our precision play of the game, brought to you by Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Agassi Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119. So a long day of baseball, especially for Thompson, as they played in all 3 of the games today. Hillsboro Central Valley winning the first one 5-0 in the winner's bracket final on a 1-hitter by Chase Halfley. Thompson came back to defeat Mayport CG 5-2 and eliminate the Patriots from the tournament, setting up this game, which Thompson won 7-4, and sets up a second championship game tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. Again, rain is scheduled in the forecast here at Mayville, so there could very well be a time change. We'll keep you posted at rjbroadcasting.com and also on KRJB Radio social media about what will happen here tomorrow at Mayville State. Jacob Tenson, your thoughts about a crazy day?
We'll say I'm a little tuckered out, but I can't be as tired as what Thompson is after playing 3 games. But arguably their best game was their last. The bats got going. Gemmel started a little bit slow on the mound, but eventually kind of found his groove. And with 11 strikeouts, I mean, that's an incredible performance on the mound. And it's going to set up for another great game tomorrow. These 2 teams very familiar with each other. Obviously playing 2 here today. They played 2 throughout the regular season, and they were the same 2 teams that were in the championship last year, and we'll see if Thompson can indeed do the exact same thing. Maybe they just like to play as many games as they possibly can, and then they're just going to get themselves all the way ready for their state run as well too. But it's been fun to follow all of these teams. Mayport CG also having an incredible season as well, but just followed a little bit short in that 5-2 loss to Thompson. But again, I had a lot of fun here. It was a nice, beautiful day, and hopefully the rain stays away, or maybe we'll play a little bit early to make sure we get that championship game in.
And we'll keep you posted on that. Again, rjbroadcasting.com and KRJB social media to let you know what's going on here. Thanks very much to the folks at Larimore who are running the tournament here, the athletic staff there. Thanks very much to the Mayville State people as well here. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Stop by to say thank you to them for allowing us to bring you high school sports on yourliveevent.com. And thanks to you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. For Jacob Tenson, I'm Joe Lancello. The final, we'll have a second championship game tomorrow as Thompson defeated Hillsboro Central Valley by a score of 7-4. Thompson and Hillsboro Central Valley meet tomorrow for the Region 2B Championship. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.